Okay. In the third best division, yeah. Prestige, as always, back on Sundays. Um, we are driving in Cota, Texas, Austin, USA, North America, Americas, the world, Earth, whatever. Um, 19 drivers. Bubinov is back, so from my experiences, bad experiences, of course, this is not Shaz. Um, Shaz is driving. Um, from my experiences, Bubinov was a terrorist. Um, so yeah, that's gonna be a fun thing to watch him. And yeah, the championship fight is still on, mainly now between Marco and Tsunami. Tsunami and Marco have run away from Roggy, as Roggy has had another howler of a race. It doesn't say here what. I know it does say. What the fuck am I talking about? Tsunami won in Miami with Marco Fish in P2, so Tsunami did cut that lead for by about 7 points, depending then, of course, who has the fastest lap. In the meantime, Roggy has had yet another howler of a race. This is his third race. Yes, I mean, if you include the sprints, then fourth race where he has lost points to both Tsunami and Marco. At the moment, Marco is still leading from Tsunami by 9 points. Yeah, so Marco with 186, Tsunami with 177, Roggy in third with 143. That's 43 points behind Marco, if my math is correct. So Roggy would need to win twice. So then he can be in front of Marco, and then he would need Marco to DNF. And then he basically, if he wins this race, he isn't going to be even in front of Tsunami. He's going to be right behind Tsunami, like a few points behind. So yeah, Roggy would need to really win this race, especially that this is round 13 out of 16. So we still have 3 rounds left after this. Three rounds left. 2 mysteries and 1 race at Brazil. But back to the standings. Fourth is Shaz with 87. Tig 5th with 71. Ibrahim 6th with 70. Tom 7th with 61. DJ in 8th with 49. Peligo 9th with 36. Jakey 10th with 35. Brothers 11th with 34. Niklas 12th with 30 points. 13th is Steps 24. GB in 14th with 10. Martin in 15th with 8. And then Mika, Weeby, Olaf, Hefero and Wolf don't have any sort of points. In the constructors, as always, Haas are still in the lead, but that lead has been cut a little bit since, well, both McLarens have finished in front of one Haas, so Tsunami in front of Marco, and Ibrahim in front of Roggy, as Liam is on a lap in the Red Bull on the softs. So in the background we'll have him at least going on a lap. And the gap has been cut, although the gap is still massive from Haas to McLaren, roughly 85 points if my math is correct, between Haas and McLaren. So still Haas are looking very much favourite for the constructors. And McLaren are still looking favourite at least for that second place, since they are over 100 points in front of Red Bull now. 104 actually in front of Red Bull. Low taper fade. Yeah. I did see that crash. Was it that? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that one. I don't think you really deserve that. I don't. Yeah, I don't think you really deserve a race ban for it. But yeah, I'll say that you don't really deserve a race ban for it. Continuing with constructors, fourth is Mercedes with 105, Aston Martin fifth with 101, Alpine in sixth with 98, Williams in seventh with 91, VCAR in 8th with 76 points, Ferrari 9th with 66, and Sauber still in 10th with 23. Alpine have lost two positions to Mercedes and Alpine, and VCARB has overtaken Ferrari in the constructors. So that's a few notable things. By the way, I have to go to the flipping here. Yeah. So yeah, those were the all standings from Miami. Tsunami and Marco. Well, Tsunami really, well, of course, really wants that championship. The same with Marco. Of course, Marco. I think he's won like one Division 1 championship. If I remember right, I can't fully remember now for whatever reason. Liam, in the meantime, spins on the exit out of turn 16, if I know right. Or whatever. Liam Adamant is first with 32.308. Tom in second with 32.454. Dark in third with 34.885. Of course, there will be lots and lot more times to be seen. For example, Shaz on a lap on the mediums. Jameiro finishes his lap in validated one. As one of is that Rocket? No, that was Marco starting a lap. Ibrahim maybe finishing his lap. Yes, he has finished his lap, and he goes P1, 32.046 for the McLaren. Behind Michał goes fourth, 33.156. I'll just have the track map on me, just in case, at least for now. Okay, that was turn 15 actually, where Liam spun. Then there's an Aston Martin, but that's Dragon starting a lap. Same with Tsunami starting a lap. Then we're gonna have Mark. That is gonna be Roggy finishing his lap. He's probably gonna go P1. Yes, he does go P1. Almost a second in front of Ibrahim. 9.5 tenths in front of Ibrahim. 131.099. Almost into 130s by the Haas from the Italian. Of course, this is only Q1, so they don't really need to push. Just set one valid lap, and set one valid lap, especially for like Roggy, Tsunami, and Marco. Probably as well Tig, McCluskey probably as well, and you'll be through. Then of course there will be some others that will need to do some, well, a bit more laps. Marco goes in the meantime to P2, 31.123. Yeah, I mean, you know, by pushing I mean like with the track limits, pushing, because with pushing it's whatever. Marco has gone P2 on the same set of softs as Roggy, so maybe we could speculate that Marco isn't looking confident around this track, but honestly that's a bit of a reach, not gonna lie. Behind Tsunami goes third, 31.219, right behind the two horses that he's fighting with for the title. Exactly 7 tenths in front of Shaz, but of course Shaz is on the mediums. has set that time on the medium, sorry. Dragon in the meantime in P8, 32.821. Jamiro 10th, 33.510. Chris in P11, 34.185. And that's pretty much it for the drivers that have set their times that I've missed. Mika is on a lap, 25.354 to the first sector. A bit unknown what's an actual good first sector, but probably a second faster than that. Of course, Mika is on the medium tires, but still. I'm actually checked the first sector, for example, Roggy. Okay, it's actually not a 1 second, it's 4 tenths. Which, of course, I mean, on softs, you can gain a lot. Probably not that a lot, but still. Second sector, it's gonna be 1.02683. I remember Rocky having like 1.010 something, if I remember right. Tegan validated, Rocky retires in the pits, pretty normal. Through turn 16, 17 and 18 with Mika, then into turn 19, there's a bit of a blind corner going a bit wide, I think. But it's whatever, at least for the first lap. And the exit out of the final corner, and Mika goes P9, 1:33.038. Alright lap, but it's only the first lap of Q1, so it doesn't really need to push. Tsunami retires, that's probably him retired on the top of the hill in turn 1. Dark starts as another lap. Bubunov going slow on the exit out of turn 15. Stunt, well, he's not looking for a good lap, and he's not even deploying, so he's not on a lap. McCluskey goes up to 4th, 31.251, right behind Tsunami. Good lap by McCluskey. Any other drivers behind? Peligua, I'm assuming invalidated the previous lap, and he doesn't even have enough fuel for another lap, so he has to go into the pits. Bubunov goes 15th with a staggering 1:45.354 from the V-Carb, and an outstanding lap to put him at the moment last. Anyone? I mean, Stunt is gonna start his another lap probably, I'd assume. Although to fit that exit out of the final corner wasn't great. 1:44.434. Another brilliant lap, this time from Stunt. Yeah, Peligua now even invalidated, so he is not on a lap right now. Tom goes adamant up to P5, 31.879. Mika's going, of course, into the pits. Is that Dragon improving? Yeah, I guess Dragon improved a 10th on the mediums. Stays in 9th at the moment. Ibrahim improving on his time to the first sector by over a 10th through the first sector. His best time, I think his best time was as well on the softs. Bitish wide, and now he's aborted the lap, so the lap is done for him. Behind him was Michał, I believe. Yes, he was. 3.5 tenths, over 3.5 tenths up on his time through the second sector. His best time was on the softs as well. So this is another lap on the softs for him. Trying to improve his lap so that he can be more confident to go up into Q2. Through turn 19, good with track limits. And then into the final corner, turn 20, a bit of a slide on the exit. But a bit more of a controlled slide, and he goes up to P9, 32.510 for the Alpine. Behind Stunt on a lap. Seems like it's no ERS though till the end of the lap, which he still has one corner, lots of steering lock. Slow exit, and he stays in 15, 37.032 for the Kick Sauber. Bit of an... Maybe this might be... This is not an install, but just maybe a skill issue for him. Bits. Yeah, that. But it's not. I'm not meaning that as an install. Just like actually, it might be his skill issue. Jake went up to P7 and he immediately retired. The Tsunami style retirement, but he should be fine to go up to Q2. Tig on a lap as well. Advent, he hasn't invalidated on the mediums as well. So, of course, he's quick. And on the mediums, he's feeling confident that he can go through. If he's going on the mediums, of course. He has 4 minutes. So, yeah. I mean, it depends. Yeah. Chris retired. Oh, he has crashed out. Chris has crashed out through the S's in a very interesting place. I mean, it's somewhat easy to do it there, but he's actually crashed out through the S's on the exit out of turn 6, going into turn 7. Had to check the track map because flipping out, there are so many corners through those S's quickly. So we have our actual first retirement of the session, and that's Chris. So he's going to be out of qualifying, even if, well, now, how do you crash in this game? I mean, it's fairly easy to crash, just lose the traction through the S's. If you're asking, like, maybe on that part of the circuit, then yeah, but whatever. Tig went up to P5 and did the retirement like Tsunami style, like Jake. P5, 31.281. Very good lap. I mean, yeah, you can correct it easily, but then you might... Whatever. It is what it is. So yeah, that is a very good time from Tig. Especially on the mediums. Behind Jameiro, up on his time by 9/10. Can he keep those 9/10? Yes, he can. 1.2 seconds. But he only jumps to P10. I would have thought that maybe up to P7 or 8, but goes up to P10. Still 2/10s behind Ibrahim. But I think that should be easily through for him. Now, I might be a bit worried for Liam, because he did retire from the race qualifying. There's still Michał Dragon and Mika. Mika and Dragon did their times on the mediums, so they do have time on the plate. Dragon especially, because he's quick. I know that he's quick. And 3.5/10s of improvement on the softs should be easy compared to his previous time. First sector for Dragon, what's going to be almost 2.5/10s. So yeah, already through the first sector, catching up to Liam quite a lot. Mika has invalidated. Peligua is Advent the only driver who hasn't set a time, so he has that one lap, the pressure of that one lap, unfortunately, at him. Dark Advent, unfortunately, only over a 10th up on his time only. Dragon going into the turn 12. He has quite a low amount of VRS now, going into this third sector, but into the second sector, 4.5/10s almost up on his time. So Advent, he would be even in front of Jameiro, between Jameiro and Ibrahim, which would be a safe position for him, since Jameiro is not coming out. Michał is as well not coming out. Stunt causing yellows. Dark probably improved, but stays in 16th. Dragon through the final corner. Can he go through up to P10? Yes, he can go up to P10. 32.181, and he's safe. Bubanov goes up to P13. 33.095. Now we have still Stunt on a lap and Peligua still on a lap. The same with Mika. He's only 8 thousandths down his time to the first sector on the softs. That's a bit worrying for Mika. A bit. Peligua, of course, is the driver that I'll be mainly looking forwards. Or mainly looking at in this qualifying. Because he's a quick driver, but then he has this one lap pressure for himself. 24.937 to the first sector is not bad whatsoever. That's a good first sector. He just needs to keep it this way with this pace, or just lower the pace a little bit, so that you actually make the track limits and all that, which of course the track limits on this track are pain in the ass. Stunt goes way off the track through turn 13-14. Jesus Christ, that wheel lock. Holy shit. Dark is out, Chris is of course out, Stunt is out. Now Peligua is still on a good lap, 0.1443, so that's still a good time through the second sector. He just needs to keep it clean. That exit out of turn 15 had me worried that bit. But now into turn 19, he just needs to go through 19 cleanly. Does he go through it? Yes, he does go through it cleanly. Final corner. Does he do it cleanly? Yes, he does do it cleanly. Clean enough. And he goes up to P5. 31.273 between McCluskey and Tig. Finally gets himself up to Q1. Is, as if I remember right, last rounds in Miami, he did not get into Q2. Or was it Q3? I can't remember. But still, was a bit underperforming. Michał just about makes it into Q2. Buminov is out. Chris is out. Dark and Stunt are out of qualifying. Wheel lock. It's a bit. So yeah, Buminov, Chris, who already crashed out. He would have been out anyways, but now we have actually confirmed. Dark and Stunt out of qualifying with Stunt's impressive lap of 36.260. As well, these two times are not great either at all. But yeah, if they just keep away from the walls, keep it clean throughout the race, they will be fine. Just finish the race and you'll be fine. Okay, I have to go into the flipping YouTube because sometimes my flipping PS5 chat is not displaying the full thing. Oh, and there's rain in Q2. Okay. So that's gonna make it interesting, a lot more interesting. Yeah, mate, maybe don't, because it doesn't turn. Yeah, just turn slower. You don't need to turn like flipping that much in an instant. And as all, you don't need to turn that much like through the final corner. You don't need to turn beyond 90 degrees in that corner. You can corner like 90 degrees, I think. I don't know, I'm not a coach, okay? I'm not a flipping coach. I'm not coach certified or anything. I'm bad at explaining and stuff, but okay. So we have rain in Q2. There are a few who are going out on the softs. Ruggy is going out on softs. He's playing a risky game. The same with Peligua, Jameiro and Tig. They are going out on the softs. They're playing a very, very risky game in here. They're literally praying that the track will not get wet quickly enough in this quali. But as you can see from Tig's POV, it is pretty terrible in like sort of amount of grip on track, as well. Jameiro's oversteering or losing the control of the car on the exit out of turn 12. But yeah, it's not looking great at all. I think everyone who went on the inters will be, well, golden. Those who are on the softs are cooked. They are heavily cooked, because this track will just get wetter and, well, yeah, wetter and wetter, and so Ruggy might lose out on a Q3 right here because of this mistake to go on to the softs. He is literally struggling on those softs. Does he go into the pits? He has to go into the pits. Yes, he does go into the pits. Peligua and Jameiro, does he go into the pits? Yes, he does. Sliding all over the place, but he did go into the pits. Peligua the same. Tig the same, so they do fix their mistake, although their mistake might cost them massively. Michał, the first one to be on a flying lap. First sector, 28.200. He might be the driver who might somehow make it into Q3. Just because of the fact that he's the first driver on track. And he's gonna get the best conditions out of everyone. So he might be able to actually make it into Q3. I'm not saying that's P1, P2, P3, but anyways into Q3. Michał is not that quick as we saw last weekend, and in Q1 he barely made it into Q2, and so maybe now he can maybe get himself up to Q3. Second sector for Michał, it's gonna be 1:09.595. We need to look for Tsunami what his second sector is. 1:08.111. Okay, that's 1.5 seconds faster than Michał. But Tsunami is one of the faster drivers on this grid. So yeah, David, you are correct. Ruggy is really cooked if the rain increases. And I think it does increase because the track looks wetter and wetter. Michał will go fastest unless, well, up until Tsunami is gonna cross the line. Michał 1:44.960. Tsunami crosses the line, goes 2.2 seconds faster than Michał. Lassi goes almost 2 tenths faster than McCluskey. Goes as went P1. Shaz goes P3, 43.557. Mika 4th, 44.063. Behind then, another Aston Martin, that's going to be Dragon, goes 5th, 44.160. Then Red Bull of Liam goes 7th now, 44.465. Tom goes 5th, 43.641. Ibrahim 4th, 43.584. Marco down in 10th with 1:51.020. So the two horses are not looking good in here whatsoever at the moment. At this point on, they're not looking that great out in here. Marco does improve. Yes, he does improve through the first sector by almost half a second. But he needs to find more than half a second. He needs to find closer to the track limits on the exit there. How much does he need to find? Like 5 seconds. Over 5 seconds. 7 seconds to a Michał. Well, actually 7 seconds. That's to like Mika more. I mean, at least 7 seconds if he wants to get a good position. But yet the track is really wet at the moment, so we'll see, can Marco improve on his time enough to go up there, even up into Q3. Second sector 0.8684, so that is 6 seconds faster than his previous second sector. So it is looking good for Marco at this point on. Rocky as well on the lap 28.089. I have better of an understanding through the second sector. If he's not gonna invalidate. Marco through turn 19. He just needs to not invalidate. Close track limits on the exit of turn 19 into turn number 20, the final corner. Does invalidate. Oh, that was again close, but Marco does go 6th, 43.968, and he should be safe into Q3. A bit of a scare for him, but he should be through. And then we have Ruggy, Peligua, Jameiro, and Tig, all 4 of them on their laps. Ruggy through the second sector, 0.9010. It's not looking too good for Ruggy, because that is, I think, like 4 tenths behind his teammate's time, and Marco is in P6, so Ruggy could be in trouble if, like, Tig is in trouble because he has fully invalidated his lap, so he might be cooked in here. Jake still hasn't gone out on circuit for whatever reason. Maybe he has a Q2 ban, I don't know. But Ruggy Does he get himself into Q3? Yes, he does just about get himself into Q3. 44.259. Definitely a close call for him. Definitely not where he wanted to be. But as of right now, he is through into Q3. Just about. Jameiro 12th, 45.870. Peligua has invalidated. He has fuel though to get himself another lap. I'm gonna quickly check. Does Jake have a penalty in a way of a you know, I don't know. Does he have a Q2 ban? But no, it's only no. He had a 5 second. So yeah. Now finally Jake has come out of the pits. But he might be a bit too late for that. Well, since it's the track is wet, fully wet. When, for example, McCluskey, Michał, all the others were doing their laps, it was not that wet. Ruggie is trying yet another flying lap on the inters, but I think it might be a failed lap. By failed, I'm a failed lap. I mean, like, it's not gonna be quicker than the previous one. Peligua goes up to 13th, 46.479, so definitely not good on lap for Peligua. Rocky has already invalidated his lap, but he's anyways 1/10 behind his time through the first sector. So I don't think we'll be seeing any times getting improved anywhere for anyone. We might see some nice slides through the S's, for example. Ibrahim going way too wide through turn 6. I mean, yeah, I don't think anyone will be improving with these conditions. So we might as well just look at the drivers just going through on the laps, trying their hardest. But I think we already know that Michał, Jameiro, Peligua, Jake, and Tig will be out of qualifying, because no way in hell that Tig and Jake will get themselves up, faster than Liam, and not even faster than Michał. I mean, Tig. Nah, I still doubt that Tig will be able to do it. I just want to check his first sector, like, okay, maybe not to Lassie, but to Michał. So yeah, nah. He's already half a second behind Michał through the first sector, so no, it's not gonna be enough for Tig for the Q3, and it's not even Michał that he needs to beat, it's Liam, but I checked for Michał because he's not even beating Michał in there. So yeah, I guess under 4 minutes to go in this qualifying in Q2. We could see a wet Q3, we could, but we need to wait those for 3.5 minutes now to see, is it going to be wet or is it going to be dry? Or is it going to be wet to dry? Which would shake up the grid massively. Or could shake up the grid massively. It's not like it's guaranteed that it's going to shake up the grid. It has a very high chance of shaking up the grid. But it could be as well just ending up 1, 2, 3 flipping Marco, Tsunami and Ruggie yet again. With Lassie and Tig. Well, not Tig, because Tig is not making it in. into Q3, but you get what I mean. Shaz behind, somewhat close. I mean, the rain is just getting worse and worse. So, yeah, no. I think it's closer to like full wet at this point than like the nice slides from Jamero, have to say. Yeah, Rocky's already looking at those wets, thinking like, are they quicker than the inters or what? I mean, wets and inters are not. Wets are pretty much at no point faster. Maybe at the beginning of the heavy rain, but then after a couple of laps of driving, then the inters get better. So yeah, I don't think there's really much to say at this in this qualifying. Jamero, Pellegua, Tig, and Jake are trying to improve their times, but they're not improving. They have to, unfortunately, accept their fate that they will be out of qualifying. And yeah, this is Pellegua's final lap. Michał as well came out of the pits for whatever reason. I hope that he doesn't make it all the way through, all the way through the lap to start his final lap. Tig is doing donuts. It seems like it's trying to get himself disqualified. And I think it. Oh no, wait! No, he's not getting himself disqualified. He's actually going the right way. I thought he was going the flipping into turn 12 and 13. Okay, Tig is just drifting, doing donuts for fun. I guess that's one way to entertain yourself, and as well to really watch anything. So great entertaining Tig is just to make sure that you don't crash out, because then you won't be starting 14th. You'll be starting 15th. Which I doubt that he would want to do that. As well, don't park on the pit lane. Get out of there quickly. Because he will actually get DSQ'd. Yeah, he's gone. Oh, Pellegua Bandit through turn 14 and 15. We just saw it like the end of it, just as he hit the wall. But Pellegua, I mean, he's staying in 13th anyways. For fuck's sake, Michał actually made it through. Oh, for fuck's sake, we need to watch two minutes of him now. But yeah, he might as well just flipping retire. No one is actually improving. Literally, he's the only one on track. He's not improving. Through the first sector, he's already a second down on his time. So, he's literally wasting everyone's time. But yeah, his teammate Pellegua Bandit through turn 14-15. We just saw the end result of it. But yeah, it's not changing anything, like I said. He's still in 13th with 46.479. But thankfully, Michał has retired. So we don't have to actually go through with him another minute. Of course, it's not like I hate Michał. It's just that it's wasting time. He's not actually improving his... It serves no purpose to set a time. It really doesn't serve a purpose. So yeah. So the game does not want to load up, so we can't see the flipping results. Classico. So we have a Q3 going on, and we have rain, as we could have kind of expected. So yeah, Q3 on the way. Inters for everyone. Track is still wet. We could still maybe hope that there's gonna be that the qualifying will be drying up as we go on. Yeah, we have Ibrahim out on track. We have Marco on track. McCluskey coming out on track. No one else behind. At the moment, no one. Okay, we have a McLaren. We have a Haas that is going to be Roggy. Another McLaren. Or a McLaren. That's going to be Tsunami. Behind, no one else at the moment. Tom, mate. I said that it wasn't flipping, that I wasn't menting it in a bad way. It was just the truth. I mean, 3 seconds. I mean, like, first of all, I don't know which flipping Sauber are you. But still, those times were not great. So, I mean, I didn't speak the whole Q1 that you're shit. Another thing that you're wrong about. And now that you're rude to me, I will say that you're actually shit, and I mean it. So, have that. So yeah. I don't really care about that. Just a stupid American. As always. Ibrahim starts his first flying lap of Q3 on Inters as always. Well, I mean, it's been raining, so of course. Right behind him is Marco though, so we need to as well watch out for him, the championship leader. Ibrahim could do a cheeky tactic of, you know, just slowing down a bit more. But that's, I mean, that's kind of cheeky, but then not really legal. Marco, is he going faster? Yes, he is, by 4/10 faster than Ibrahim to the first sector. By the way, Rafaela, are you the same person that is flipping texting me on Discord, which is called Tom? I just want to know, is that you the same person? So that I don't mistake that Rafaela is someone else. I just want to make that clear. Ibrahim through the second sector. 108.676. Marco through the second sector. 0.7708. So he's almost going a full second faster than Ibrahim. Yeah, 9/10 faster than Ibrahim. So Ibrahim will be on provisional pole position for a few seconds up until Marco crosses the line, unless Marco invalidates, of course. But Ibrahim's time is not, of course, not that great compared to Marco, what he's doing. But Ibrahim is on fastest time, 42.760, but Marco absolutely obliterates that time. 1.3 seconds faster than Ibrahim. 41.495 by the Haas driver, by the championship leader, which is very crucial for him to take a crucial pole position, to start first, to have the highest chance of winning and not having troubles in the race, of course. McCluskey is going to cross the line next, and he goes P2, 41.783. 3/10 behind Marco. Roggy down in third, half a second behind his teammate Marco, so that's not great for Roggy at the moment. Tsunami half a second behind Roggy, so again, not great for Tsunami either to catch up to to Marco in the championship. Of course, it is only qualifying. The race is the one where you actually score points. So yeah, it's not that bad, I guess. Liam is the next one to cross the line through to the final corner, turn 20. Liam, where can he go? Is it be last? Yes, he is, but only a 10th, so it's not too bad. Then behind it's gonna be Dragon starting a lap. Then it's gonna be Mika and Shaz. The first one will be Shaz through the line into the final corner. It's alright. Shaz, where does he go? He goes P2, 41.690. Very good time by Shaz. And then Mika goes up to P6, 42.740. And Liam has spun through the S's. Dragon is the only one on lap. Yeah, Peligua, for you, I see Peligua that you have the pace, but just the qualifying sometimes it's just not going in your way. Okay, I know who to avoid, I guess. Who I can as well talk shit about. I know... okay, so you're not the same person, Rafael and Tom. I mean, Tom, I said, I didn't... At first, it was the truth. I wasn't meaning in a bad way. It's just what I was seeing. It's just... I wasn't saying, like, meaningly. I'm not here like a fucking bully. I'm not meaning it. So, like... I mean... I'm not trying to be mean. I'm, like, never mean. Other people can confirm in the server, like Shaz, Reggie, probably some other people in there, Noise. They can confirm that, and they know me. Mika's now invalidated, although he wasn't on lap. He's going into the pits. Tsunami on a lap. But yeah, I was just seeing what I saw, and you were like 3 seconds behind the next car, and I didn't know that you just got the game like 3 months ago, mate. So yeah, that as well, David as well. So I'm just speaking the truth. Sometimes the truth is hard, but sometimes you just have to accept it, and you will learn it through time and experience, as in the meantime Tsunami has invalidated his time through turn 19. Very easy corner to do that. But yeah, just practice. I know I'm a bit shit at wording things, like explaining things. I have the right ideas, but I'm just shit at explaining things. Yeah, just shit at explaining things. But yeah, I mean, you got the game 3 months ago, so just practice, do these races, you will learn a lot in these months. Just drive, and yeah. And like I'm saying for like 5th time, it wasn't like I actually meant it. So yeah, Dragon on a lap, starting yet another lap. The track seems to be a bit drying. It is still raining, but it seems to be a bit drying. And yeah, as well, one more tip, just try and stay away from trouble. Like, leave people enough space. Don't get too ego with the racing thing about like that you own the racetrack. Just give people space, and always, unless if someone is a bit of a dick, then yeah, that is a very good thing, Tom. It's great how we've turned this sort of thing, like being like arguing and being angry at yourself, to now being somewhat calm. Yeah, I love how this whole Q3 has been about this thing. This Q3 has been being like me and Tom. and I've barely talked about the Q3. That's on you, Tom, by the way. Joking, of course. Yeah, Dragon seems like I haven't looked at his time whatsoever. So, yeah, I don't think he's been improving that much. We'll see what he's gonna do through the finish line. But that went. If he improves his time, that's gonna be good, and he does improve on his time actually. He goes 6th, 42.659. Now, there's gonna be loads and loads of, everyone behind him and around him who are still yet to set their second flying laps. So we have Marco starting his last Q3 lap in Q3 in this session. So I guess we should see his lap, the championship leader, the current pole sitter at the moment. We shall see what his lap is like. Into turn 1. Good. Of course, a bit struggling with the grip. But the grip will be getting better and better since the track looks a bit drier and drier. And it has stopped raining. It stopped raining right now. So this will be a massive advantage for the drivers behind. Marco already half a second faster than his previous time. But I think just everyone will be faster than their previous times as well. Dragon should think about saving ERS, but he hasn't saved out any ERS. He's 2/10 up on his time. Although to be fair, he was never making a second lap, so okay. But yeah, literally everyone will be improving their times. Even Dragon with no ERS, and yeah, as well, maybe the ERS at the end of the lap for the drivers behind, the two McLarens, Tsunami and Ibrahim. Roggy maybe as well. Marco 6/10 faster than his previous second sector, or his previous lap, so he is cooking. But so will everyone behind. Dragon 6.5 tenths faster, and he goes up to P5, but that may be dropping down to P10 for him. Marco through the third sector, turn 18, turn 19, he invalidates! Marco invalidates his lap! Oh, he could have been in massive trouble in here. To lose that P1 all the way down to whatever place it will be. 1 second faster he was on his time, but now he might drop it all the way down to like P8. Because Tom as well invalidated, so he's P10. Dragon will be at least P9. McCluskey, the next one to cross the line, he should be on provisional pole position, but we shall see what, for example, Roggy and all the drivers around him will do. McCluskey first, as expected, 39.983, the first one to go into 39s. Roggy, can he go into the 39s? Can he beat McCluskey? Yes, he can. 39.790. Anyone behind to improve that time? Ibrahim third, Shaz third, 40.037. Mika fifth, 41.119. Liam is going to be the final driver to finish his lap, and he goes P5. It is Roggy on pole position here in Kota. 4 last races, well, technically 3 last races, including a sprint. He has had a bit of stinkers in the race, but now in qualifying, and as well a bit in qualifying, but now in qualifying, Roggy has made it, and as well, this is very good for him, because Tsunami is down in P9, Marco down in P7 in Q3, they'll be starting in P7 and 9, of course, so Roggy is in an ideal position to take the lead. Well, he's going to be leading the race, but to defend his lead, and then to just control the pace, and then, or just run away, and then hope that Marco and Tsunami, they will have some sort of bad luck, and as well, that, I don't know, Roggy will run away, and then Marco and Tsunami just won't be able to catch up to Roggy. and then he just dominates the race. Those are the two scenarios which would be ideal for Rogge. Those two scenarios would be absolutely ideal. Less ideal would be that he stays with the the drivers behind are going to stay with him in the DRS, and then eventually Marko and Tsunami are going to catch up, and then shit will unveil, and he's going to again finish P6, and then Marko and Tsunami are going to again finish 1-2. That's going to be a repeat of, well, 3 previous races with the sprint in Qatar. Yeah, Qatar. Whatever the last sprint was. So, qualifying is done, and now we'll be going into the formation lap. We will see, of course, the rundown from the Q3 I didn't do, but it is what it is. Drivers are taking their sweet time, sweet time to do whatever the strategies. And Rogge, I can already see the white borders on his tires. He's going for the alternative strategy. He's not looking to run away from the others. Maybe there's some rain expected that we don't know. Ollie has joined the session. Ollie had a race ban, but, well, thankfully he's not getting a seat. Because he has a race ban. So yeah, we have a few drivers that went for the hards. We have Rogge most notably, Shaz, Dragon, Mihao, Peligua, and Jake who have gone for the hards. The rest for the medium tires went. So yeah, I mean, it is going to be very interesting what Rogge and Shaz can do on the opening laps. They'll probably lose few places. On the opening laps, Shaz the most, I'd assume, from the two, because Rogge then is going to have a bit of a gap between losing a position to McCluskey and then, for example, Ibrahim. If Ibrahim gets Shaz, a bit of more of a gap, so a bit of a buffer, what I'm trying to say. So he might not lose that much positions. But yeah, probably Rogge and Shaz will lose positions. 1, 2, 3 maybe. 4. I mean, we will see. The undercut on this game is as well powerful. So it's a bit interesting what they can do with the mediums on their second stint. But yeah, drivers, the top, are now going into their grid slots. And yeah, they will position in those. And we shall get the race going. I mean, I would probably go like mediums, probably, because, I mean, the undercut is also so powerful. Unless you have really good pace on the hards and mediums, or compared to everyone else, so that's well different. But enough talking, enough thinking of the strategies. Now we go into the 5 red lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights with the lights out. Now, and we go here in the Texas Grand Prix, US Grand Prix here in Texas. Rogge does get a very good start off the line from those hards. Surprisingly, McCluskey trying to go around the outside of him, and he doesn't get him around the outside. Rogge is still defending that P1, yellow's behind. There is Dragon spun around, and he's dropped down to P18. Rogge is still maintaining that P1, surprisingly. Actually, Ibrahim cutting a bit of the track through turn 5. Shaz, as expected, has lost a bit of places. Peligua as well losing places through the S's. And he has lost quite a lot of places. Stunt is in Ghost. He's disconnected. But yeah, Mika in P4, he is cooking as well. Marko, he's run off Tom a bit. The same as well behind Jameiro. No, that was Bubinov who got run off by, maybe by himself. But McCluskey takes the lead of the Grand Prix into turn 13 now, or is it 12, whatever. But he takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Ibrahim as well trying to overtake Ruggie Aranyatsine now into turn 14. Can he get him? Mika now half spins on the exit. He's going to lose a bit of places. And he goes into the wall. Mika, who has cooked on the race start. Now his cook has, well, disappeared a bit. Does he have fronting damage? Yes, he does have fronting damage. So Mika, unfortunate lap 1 for him. But he just has to fight with it at the moment. Rugg as well dropped down to P3. So he did hold off that P1 very nicely. Ibrahim now takes the lead of the Grand Prix from McCluskey. He's been trying, of course, helping Tsunami, who's already up into P5. So he's had a very good lap 1. Now up the inside of Shaz. Shaz went a bit wide, but he does hold off that P4. So Tsunami has to stay behind. Liam as well doing good in P6. In the Red Bull, of course, the performance is equal, so it doesn't matter in what car you're in. Just maybe just the preference of the car is gonna then hinder your pace. Dark already 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Tig in the meantime is down in 16th. He started 14th. He didn't make any sort of places, and he's down in 16th. He's making a double overtake on maybe Bubinov as well. He tried. He did send it on Dragon and he did make that position, but can he get Bubinov? Bubinov doesn't have the DRS, and he does lose the position to take maybe even to Dragon, as in front there are multiple position changes. McCluskey and Ruggie fighting for the P2. This could benefit Ibrahim, as there's contact between McCluskey and Ruggie, and Tsunami trying to go around the side of both of them. He does get Ruggie. Does he get McCluskey around the inside? Yes, he does get him on the inside into the triple right-handers. It is a McLaren 1 and 2 here in Kota. This is absolutely fantastic for the Woking team from the UK, well, originally from New Zealand. This is absolutely wonderful for the McLaren team, and now they just need to work together. Ibrahim and Tsunami, they need to work together in here if they want to take potential 1 and 2, as behind Tom is losing places. I think there's maybe some contact between himself and Jake, maybe, but they're both down to P12 and P14. Tig all of a sudden up to P11. Last lap he was P16, now he's 11, so good last lap for Tig. Miha as well doing good in P10, although he does have a 3-second already. Jameira as well 3 seconds. Tig already overtaken Miha up the inside of turn 12, or turn 11 actually, and yeah, he does get him. Meanwhile, Mark already overtaken Liam. Ibrahim getting overtaken by Ibrahim. Tsunami overtaking Ibrahim, and McCluskey trying to go around the outside of Ibrahim through turn 12, but he doesn't get him. Marag gonna be around the outside thinking, no, he can't. So McCluskey did have a good exit, and he did block off Jameira already. Another 3-second time penalty. It's 6 seconds already on lap 3. Jesus. Oh, and there's Mika and Liam going into the wall on the exit out of turn 15. Both of them fronting damage. Mika rage quits from the race. He had a very good race. Liam as well rage quits. So already 2 DNFs on lap 3. Both rage quits. So we won't be seeing a safety car from those two. The two McLarens still running in 1 and 2, so this is very good for the McLarens and for the constructors. Yeah, with that you can't really do anything. The wheel lock just killed them, pretty much, and after that you just can't really do anything. Although, to be fair, a rage quit from that, I wouldn't be really too sure from that, because you can still pray for a safety car, which around Kota, it's not like it doesn't happen, but it does happen, but it's not always. The walls are pretty close. So yeah, chances for a safety car, they are there. Now, Ibrahim has McCluskey under 3 tenths behind him. Does McCluskey overtake him? No, he doesn't. He's saving ERS. He's saving ERS. He as well needs to save fuel a bit. Rocky already sending it down inside into turn 12 on McCluskey. But McCluskey is going to get the better exit on those better mediums and just that on the outside. which actually on the outside what he had was a good line, as Marco already trying to overtake Shaz through turn 15, and he can't get him, so Marco has to settle for 6th still. Behind, Tig is already up into P7 from P15, already up into P7. What 2 laps has he had is absolutely incredible, Tig. So he's already into contention for the win. Behind, there's Jameiro, Miho, Chris, Tom, Jake, Dragon, Peligua and Bubunov in their own little train. Not really little, as Marco overtakes Shaz into turn 1, and he does get him. The same with Miho overtaking Jameiro into turn 1. I think around the outside actually, so that's a very good overtake by Miho, as there's Marco into the wall. Marco lost it through the S's. The championship leader in shambles through the S's. Damaged front wing as well for him. He's down to P16. This is absolutely terrible for Marco. What the hell has gone for him? Did he actually just lose it on his own? I mean, that's a very weird position. That's a very weird place to lose it, as there's someone happy in the chat, a certain banned Spaniard, definitely not David, but that is huge news for Tsunami and Rocky, especially Tsunami, who is trying to catch up to Marco. This is a golden ticket for Tsunami to take the lead of the Grand Prix. Well, take the lead of the Grand Prix. He is literally leading it right now. But to take the championship lead away from Marco. This is absolutely wonderful for Tsunami. This is as well good for Ruggy, in a way that he can then catch up to Marco. Or overall to them, as Bubunov spun through the triple right-handers, but he did, well, reset the track. So, yeah. That's maybe a pen. Tig lets through Ruggy. I think there was an illegal overtake. Now, this action might be costing Ruggy the DRS on McCluskey. It might be costing him. We will see. But, yeah, I don't know. It's not gonna be costing them the DRS. So, Ruggy is still in there. And he didn't even need to use that much ERS. He still got 100% of ERS. Of course, that's more 90, but 100% just sounds better. Now, for McLaren, this is absolute beautiful news. Because, I mean, they're literally going on for a 1 and 2 in the race. Of course, the race is still very, very long. But it's absolutely beautiful, as Ruggy might get overtaken by Tig around the outside. Or maybe now around the outside. On the inside now, through turn 14 into 15, he's going to go around the outside. They're still going side by side. Shaz is going to have a good look from this. If they would have contact and Rocky would spin, this would be absolute fucking wonders. I mean, McLaren drivers would be dreaming at this point. As there's contact, and Rocky actually half spins. Okay, he does half spin, but still that sends him down to P6. What sort of bad luck do the Haas drivers have in this race? Rocky, especially from P1, where he started, he's down to P6. What is this for the Haas drivers, and what sort of a dream are the McLaren drivers in here? I don't know why did I say that. I mean, commentators curse, I guess, but what is going on to the Haas drivers in this race? Of course, for Ruggy, it wasn't okay. It was a bit of a scare there for a second. It wasn't bad that Marco again in the pits. Did they not change that front wing of his? Don't tell me that they did not change. Oh. They did not change that front wing. Oh, he's double fucked. Oh la la. Ay ay ay, Marco. Ay ay ay. You are officially lost. You're officially lost now. Chris is having a very good race himself, up to P7. From starting P15, or no, not even P15. He was like 16th. Or 17th, he's up to P7, so Chris is as well doing a good job. Now he got switchbacked by Michał, but still a good race from Chris. Michał, of course, has 3 seconds. So, yeah, but that's a very good race from Chris. Someone who is not having a great race is Jameiro, who has just spun through the triple right-handers. The same, he did the same as Bubinov, just the difference that Bubinov did not reset the track. Jameiro again spins on the exit of turn 19. That's a pretty weird place to spin. And he Bubinov spins as well. But I think that was Dark who hits him. Jameiro goes now into the pits. But that was a comical double spin from the 2V car, so Jameiro retires in the pits. Yeah, Marco is officially now not last. But what is this circus in here? Tig is pushing Shaz. Tig doesn't get Shaz as he had a very bad exit. He had a slide on the exit out of the turn 12. Tig is a bit praying for some safety car as he needs to save fuel. Marco is boss ending the season. Yeah, a bit. Although that was a bit crazy what he did. But Tig is really trying to overtake Shaz. Now around the outside of turn 15. Can he get it done? Around the outside. No, a bit of contact between them on the exit. But he did not get him. So, yeah, Tig still in P5. Ruggy, of course, benefits from this because he is not... Well, he still has that DRS from Tig, which is very crucial for Ruggy to keep up with them. Shaz defending from Tig. Tig is trying to be offensive into turn 1. Shaz is defending the inside, but Tig is trying to go around the outside of turn 1. Can he do it? He has the better tires. Although Tig at this point might not be that good. They're still side by side through turn 2. A bit of contact, a bit more contact through turn 2. They're going side by side into the S's, but Shaz still leading, or in front of Tig. So Shaz is doing a good job of defending from Tig. At this point of the race, the mediums might be getting a bit slower than the hards. I think they might be a bit equal in terms of the pace. Dark, in the meantime, in the pits. Lost a bit of a bad exit. This might be opening up a chance for Shaz as Chris disconnects from the race. He had a very good race up until this point. Now his race is going down to shit as Shaz does overtake McCluskey into turn 13. Actually 12. This is turn 13, sorry. Shaz is up to P3. McCluskey down to 4th. Tig doesn't go for the overtake on McCluskey. Ruggy's still behind. And yeah, the two McLarens are working like expected, and like I expected, and what I planned like I thought that they would be doing. As there's someone pitting, there's McCluskey going for the undercut on everyone in front of him. So I don't think Ruggy has damage. I mean, we can't see any damage, so I don't think so. But yeah, McCluskey, what lap 9? I mean, yeah, but this pits. I mean, yeah, I know that it was lap 9, but going for the undercut, like in terms of the drivers behind, in front. So, I mean, he is doing an undercut on the drivers in front. As I thought, stunt was spun. Yeah. Ibrahim, of course, staying behind Tsunami, behind. I mean, this top 5 is getting a bit boring. McCluskey overtakes Chris, but of course Chris is well disconnected, unfortunately. McCluskey has clean air in front of him, so he can use those hards to his full advantage. In front of him, though, Jake trying to go for the overtake on Dragon. He tried as well a bit on Peligua, but he did not get him. And Jake as well has front wing damage on his car, so that's well, a lot worse for him, of course, in terms of trying to get through the grid. But he's doing a good job. He's in P8 at the moment in the top 10. Shaz, that's Tig and Tsunami going into the pits now. Of course, responding to the pit stop of McCluskey. Ibrahim, of course, has to stay out since now his teammate Tsunami pitted. And now Tom as well has pitted. Now we will see where Tsunami and Tig will rejoin. Is Tsunami gonna be in front? McCluskey is gonna be on the outside. They're going side by side into turn 1, but Lassie is gonna have the better exit, and McCluskey gets the undercuts very nicely on Tsunami. And McCluskey is our virtual race leader in here. Of course, everyone in front of them has to still pit. So that's why it is virtual, of course, but McCluskey is virtually in the lead. Of course, Ibrahim is in the lead. Well, technically not anymore. Shaz is in the lead. Or maybe Roggy going off the circuit for the overtake. He's gonna have to give it back, and he does give it back immediately, although he now loses his shit ton of time because of it. But yeah, that was a bit weird from Roggy. I think he expected Ibrahim to turn left to the middle, but he did not get that action, and so he had to go off the circuit and overtake him. Of course, he did give that position back, so nothing really to worry, as Tig and Tsunami are battling for that P9. Ibrahim now pits outside Tig. Yes, he does get him. I mean, yeah, you could argue that. I mean, whatever. Yeah, Tsunami and Tig a bit of battling. McCluskey is catching up to his teammate Dragon. Of course, when he's gonna catch up to Dragon, then that's gonna be very good for him, because then Dragon, I mean, I doubt that Dragon will fight with him, as Ibrahim rejoins the circuit in P10, but he's gonna be outside of that 1 second from Tsunami. That's, unfortunately, that teamwork from Tsunami and Ibrahim has ended now, as Roggy gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. This is going to be crucial for the race, for the rest of the race. Of course, the track limits are very easy to get on this circuit, but we will see. Can Shaz get one? Chris now retires, so that's disconnection probably again, and that's unfortunate. But yeah, McCluskey behind Dragon, but he's not going to be able to overtake him. He needs to think about behind, because Tig is trying to go for the overtake, and he does get him. So he's up to P7, maybe Tsunami as well on McCluskey for the overtake. Down inside, he's right behind it, but he does not commit to it. So he's staying in P9 as of right now. This is going to be helping Ibrahim a bit to catch up to Tsunami, of course. In front, Jake did overtake Peligua. Dragon tries to defend from Tig around the outside. Tig, yes, he does get him. So what a move by Tig. Tig now, of course, trying to overtake Peligua. McCluskey does get led through by Dragon, and Dragon as well a bit from Tsunami. McCluskey as well 3 seconds. So yeah, for McCluskey, it's not going to be good for the rest of the race at this point on. McCluskey will overtake Peligua easily. Tsunami not so much, unless he sends it down inside. Yes, he does send it down inside. What a move by Tsunami. Down inside. Send it. And he's up to P7. That was a crucial move for him, and he did stick to it. And he's up to P7 now. Now Tig is stuck behind Jake, who's got a broken front wing. But he wants to stay behind. He wants to stay behind for that DRS, because that DRS is gonna be crucial for Tig. Now he can send it if he wants. He does send it, and he should be up to P4. Yes, he is up to P4. Jake, of course, will get eaten by McCluskey and Tsunami. Yellow's behind that dark spawn. Lassie and Tsunami easily in front. Anyone else in front? Not that. Dark is... Oh, come on. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. Ibrahim overtakes Peligua. Now he has to go through these drivers, and he might lose out on a potential DRS on his teammate. But when he's outside of that 1 second, he did catch up to his teammate. but he might be outside of it, as Jake even might get the DRS on the lapped car, and he will get it. Yes, he will. So so Ibrahim now needs to send it on Jake down inside. Does he send it? Does he commit to it? Yes, he does. Jake as well kind of lets him through, although Jake could get a good switchback, but I don't think he wants to as well commit to that switchback. He's just going to cost himself time, and as well that he can get a free DRS from Ibrahim if he's going to be close enough. If that damaged front wing will not punish him too much, he could get a DRS to defend himself from Peligua. Of course, he has now lost a bit of time to Peligua. Although Peligua, does he get the DRS? I don't think he got it. I don't think Peligua got it. In front, Ruggy has overtaken Shaz. I don't think Peligua got the DRS on Jake. Did he get it? No, he didn't. Jake has the DRS, so this is absolutely beautiful for Jake to now open up the gap behind Peligua. Of course, now Dragon has overtaken Peligua, so the gap doesn't open up too much. And now maybe on the exit. Yeah, now on the exit the gap opened up a little bit back. But still, Tig tries to go around the outside. Miho defends nicely. He is allowed to race these drivers. It's not like he cannot. So Tig is a bit stuck behind Miho. Behind him there's of course two angry drivers. Well, not really angry, but you know, drivers that are following him. Tig around the outside. Does he get Miho? Yes, he does. And this will allow for an easier overtake for McCluskey and Tsunami. McCluskey already in front. Tsunami, does he go for it? Yes, he does. And he is up to P5 as well. So all three of them got in front of Miho nicely. A bit of a disappointment for me, for Ibrahim, of course, that all three of them went through Miho just like that and not get stuck behind all three. Of course, if his teammate got stuck, then it would have been an absolute disaster. But still, now Ibrahim needs to catch up to Miho. He's of course got better tires and the same amount of penalties. Actually not, Miho has 6 seconds, Ibrahim has now got 3. Shaz overtakes Rogi. Of course, these two will be trying to work together in this period when they are on the worst tire at the moment. 10 lap older Hearts. McCluskey overtaking Tig. Of course, these three will be trying to as well work together. It would be absolute dream if the two in front would fight, and vice versa. If the people, well, the three are behind would start fighting, then it would be absolutely beautiful for the cars in front. Well, the two in front. Miho in front of Ibrahim in front of Miho now. So he's up to P6. Of course, he's 2 seconds behind Tsunami, and that gap will be rising probably. Unfortunately for him. McCluskey fast lap 34.402. But of course, at this point on in the race, McCluskey and Rocky will be praying that Shaz, Tig, and Tsunami will be getting 3 seconds. 3 seconds of penalties. No comment. No comment. I'm not gonna comment about that. Okay. Yeah. Dragon in the pits. Yellows. That's dark. Getting lapped. Ruggy gets overtakes Shaz. And behind them is Tig overtaking McCluskey. Tsunami might be as well overtaken. Yes, he does. They're going side by side. They're normally working together. Although Lassie does back out of it, so yeah. Bit of work together. I've seen the latest. Was that in the girl costume? It's the comment cut off a bit till the end, like cost. Was that costume? If that no, I've not seen a video of him. That's a very good question, David. That's a very good question. Why he's using all of his DRS. Tig fast lap 34.106. In a roller coaster. Yeah. Okay, I will. Is that on the? Well, mate, you haven't says. Or I don't know. Maybe you didn't mean to me. So anyways, I will not be checking my emails in the middle of the race. Jake in the pits didn't change his front wing. He reaches it 10th. Shaz, is he gonna overtake Rocky? No, he doesn't. Tsunami again using all of his ERS for whatever reason. Tig as well. McCluskey as well has low amount of ERS, so all three of them are a bit fucked in terms of the ERS situation. For fuck's sake. There it is. There is the video. Yeah. Rug and Shaz are in a better position in terms of ERS. Yeah, I've seen it. Ruggy and Shaz go into the pits in the same time. So, both of them going for the scheduled pit stop onto the mediums. As expected, Tig will take the lead of the Grand Prix with Tsunami in P2 and McCluskey in third. Now, the job for Ruggy and Shaz will be to go full attack mode and absolutely go for it. Try and catch up Ibrahim, McCluskey, Tsunami and Tig for that potential win. The gap from Ruggy to Tig is 9.5 seconds. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. A second a lap for Ruggy is not too bad. By the way, a new fastest lap for Dragon, 33.916. So that is 2/10 faster than Tig. Shaz, does he have the DRS? Might just have yellows behind. That's again a kick Sauber. Yes, he does have the DRS. I'm gonna rate it soon. Let's just say that. Maybe not yet, but soon. Maybe after the race, as Dark retires, but that's... I believe that is just only by press of a button. No, that's actually his wheel gone! That's actually his wheel gone! It's an interesting spot, but there's no safety car. But okay, sort of thankfully that there's no safety car from that. Bubunov is in front of Marco. Peliguan now pits from his old hearts. The gap from Ruggy to Ibrahim is now 2.8 seconds. To the leaders is 8.6. So the gap is reducing about a second a lap. Ruggy and Shaz just really need to work together so that they can get Ibrahim through it nice easily. And then Lassie, Tsunami and Tig, they just really need to work together. Behind, there's a bit of contact between Jake and Michał. Both of them a bit feisty for that P8. Both of them have 6 seconds of penalties. Actually, not. Jake has only 3. Yeah, Marco has to pit again, unfortunately. He's not getting his safety car in here. In the meantime, Tsunami has overtaken Tig. And Shaz has overtaken Ruggy. Michał now right behind Jake. Right behind him. He's literally looking at his ass, and he is getting in front of him. So there we go. Michał up to P8. Of course, he has 6 seconds compared to Jake, 3 seconds of penalties. But maybe if Jake gets another 3 seconds, then it could actually matter for him. Yeah, Marco still would need to pit from those mediums. He's not even overtaking Bubunov. He's not even fighting him, really. Shaz, new fast lap, 33.103. That is, I think, a second faster than Tig's fastest time. Yes, that is. So, That is a very good lap from Shaz. The gap to P1 is 6 seconds, 6.8 seconds, so they're even catching up faster than a second lap, because last lap it was 8.6 seconds, and it's 6.8 seconds, and they're right behind Ibrahim. I don't think Ibrahim can do anything about them, really. So, yeah, I mean, Shaz could be looking for a win here in Prestige. Of course, those tires will be going off as the laps go on. Shaz, Ibrahim moving off to the left. Shaz should be able to easily overtake Ibrahim, although Ibrahim is using all of his ERS. Shaz the same. Shaz around the outside, he's gonna think about it. And can he get him? There's wheel lock between the two. Forced off. And Ruggy just says thank you very much. And I go up to P4. Shaz has overtaken Ibrahim. I don't know. Does Shaz have an illegal overtake on him? But for one thing is for sure that Shaz has overtaken Ibrahim. Both of them did overtake Ibrahim, but they did lose quite a bit of time. Of course, there was a reason why Ibrahim did that. Is because Shaz is a threat for Tsunami. Ruggy not so much, because he's got a 3 seconds. Tsunami and Tig just need to go without warnings, and they'll be fine. Ruggy and Shaz really need to work together again to catch up. Both of them have the same like old tires. Ruggy a bit cutting the track, I saw there. But yeah, they really need to just work together to catch up to McCluskey now. The gap to McCluskey is 4.7 seconds, to the leader 6.1 seconds. Of course, they did lose time because of that fighting with Ibrahim, and then just being right behind Ibrahim through the first and the second sector. These three are, of course, trying to work together. For McCluskey, it is as well important that Ruggy doesn't catch up too quickly, as well the fact that Shaz should just stay behind, but that's another thing. Adwent probably the minimal thing that he wants is that Ruggy to just not be able to catch up to him. Of course, then the other thing would be that Shaz doesn't catch up to his 3 seconds, but that's a bit more unrealistic since those mediums are 8 to 7 laps younger than those hards in front. Ruggy catching up to 4 seconds behind McCluskey. Of course, Ruggy doesn't have the DRS on McCluskey, yet he's doing a very good job to catch up to McCluskey. Tsunami has got very little amount of DRS for whatever reason. He's absolutely not saving his ERS, so I don't know what the hell is he doing with his ERS. Lassie and Tig are doing a bit better of a strategy. Ruggy is still catching up, 3.7 seconds to McCluskey. To the leader is 4.9 seconds, so they are catching up, but I don't know, it will be a bit difficult for them till the end of the race. Shaz overtakes Ruggy. That's very expected from the two of them. Now Shaz is gonna have to concentrate on keeping the pace high to catch up to McCluskey, as McCluskey is losing the DRS on Tsunami potentially. Over 1 second. It is over a second. 1.1 seconds now between McCluskey and Tsunami. He's trying to catch up. I don't know. He didn't get it. He didn't get the DRS onto the start finish straight. He might be cooked unless he doesn't lose too much time in here, and then he catches up through the corners. But the only... No, he's not going to be catching up 1.3 seconds. He's not catching 1.3 seconds through the S's unless Tsunami bins the race or Tig slows down. Although, if Tig slows down, then... I mean, it's risky that way to slow down as well Tsunami. Because Tig can work with Tsunami And then, I mean, if he knows that Tsunami has got low amount of ERS, then he can just easily defend that. Bubunov is off the circuit. Again, through the triple right-handers. Marco is still on those old 15-lap-old mediums. He's probably getting no points. I think we can agree on that. Bubunov into the pits to retire. Rocky overtakes Shaz. 1.6 seconds to McCluskey, to the leaders. It is 3.9 seconds. They are catching. 5 laps to go for Rocky and Shaz. Of course, they will have the DRS from McCluskey when they will eventually catch up. I think it could be on this lap already. Rocky sees that the McCluskey was flashing, but I mean, that could indicate that Lassie doesn't have the same amount of ERS as Rocky has. Rocky has 70 to 80%. McCluskey has got 40. So Rocky could just always outuse the ERS. So yeah. But the gap is going down. It's 3.6 seconds. They will catch up from the McCluskey's DRS on Tsunami. They won't catch up, but they will keep the gap the same. Of course, now they'll be losing a bit of time because of McCluskey in front, slowing them down. But the gap is down to it's not even down to, it's 3.8 seconds still. Yeah, McCluskey is really slowing down Rocky and Shaz, but I think that's just his pace, what he can do. Rocky overtakes McCluskey with ease. Shaz, can you get him? He's way too far back. He's not even using his battery at all, so he's not even planning to overtake. Of course, he knows that McCluskey has got a 3 seconds, so he's getting P4 guaranteed, and actually P3 guaranteed at this rate. But of course, it would have been better if you would have overtaken McCluskey for that win. But yeah, the gap to Tsunami is 2.6 seconds. He needs to think about those 2.4 seconds. He as well needs to pray that Tsunami and Tig get warnings for whatever reason. I'll check quickly how many warnings do they have. Tig and flipping. Tig's got 1. Tsunami any 1. 2 and 1. So Tsunami has got 2. Tig has got only 1. So this is actually very good for Tig, since he has 1 warning. From the drivers, you will see as well warnings from from drivers. You will as well see the Tig's got 2. Oh damn, yeah. I mean, for Tsunami, it shows as well the warning from, like, it shows 3 warnings. One of those warnings is for the collision with whoever it was. As Tsunami loses the DRS on Tig, Tig looks to be winning it from, I remind you, from P14. He was down in P16 at one point. Of course, Tsunami winning it from P9 would have been very good, but Tig from winning it from P14 is even better from where he started. Rocky is catching up to Tsunami. It is a lot easier for him now to catch up to Tsunami because he's not losing that time on the straights. And as well, Rocky, Tsunami doesn't have the DRS. He hasn't saved his ERS at all this race. He's still got those 17% this whole race for whatever reason. I don't know how the hell, how is he sustainable during the race like this, but yeah, Rocky, I don't think he will, Rocky will not catch up to Tsunami for that DRS this lap. Next lap he can do it, but for Tig, I think we can already say that he could win this race unless he gets a penalty. If both Tig and Tsunami get themselves a warning, then Ruggy's chances for the win are very, very likely in here. Marco 3 seconds, but that doesn't really matter, unfortunately, for him. He can get how many penalties he wants. He could get even disqualified for those penalties, and he'll be still getting 0 points. Shaz gets a 3-second time penalty. His guaranteed podium gets away, so he will need to fight with Ruggy for that podium, unfortunately, now. Of course, Ruggy will need to as well watch out for his warnings. Maybe he has already two warnings after that penalty. Ruggy has the DRS on the start-finish straight. Penultimate lap starts now. Those mediums will be going a bit slower as the laps go on. At this stage, those mediums will not have the same amount of the advantage what they had 5 laps ago. Dragon overtakes Peligua, and there's the yellows. That's Peligua causing those yellows. Going a bit slow on the exit. No, I'm not saying it. I ain't saying it. They will do it themselves. Watch it. They will do it themselves. I mean, to be fair, why would they even need it? I mean, Tsunami, he doesn't need to do anything with Ruggy. He could even let Shaz in front, and he's getting that P2. Ruggy overtakes Tsunami easily on the straight. Shaz is going to overtake Tsunami as well, easily on the straight. And they're up to P2 and P3, although Tsunami's around the outside, tries to overtake Shaz. A bit of contact between them. Now on the inside, Tsunami, does he defend that position? On the inside now. Now on the inside is Shaz into turn 15. Does he get him? Maybe on the switchback, Tsunami. He tries to get that better exit, but he doesn't get that better exit. And so Tsunami is down to P4. With now Tig is going to be starting soon. One more lap to start the final lap of the race. He gets a 3-second time penalty. Tsunami, if somehow he could get this race win still. He still could get this race win. If Shaz keeps up with Ruggy, Tsunami himself is going to be very, very close behind Shaz. Tsunami could be getting his win in US from 4th position. Well, of course, he started 9th, but finishing in 4th on track to winning it would be absolute madness. Although the gap is now 3.6 seconds. We will be watching that gap between them. Tsunami, of course, will have the DRS on Shaz. Of course, he doesn't have any sort of ERS to catch, and he's got a way worse pace compared to Tig in these final laps. Tig, of course, will use all of his ERS. He's got 0 ERS on his tank. Tsunami using everything that he had, even the ERS. But I don't think Tsunami will be able to win it unless Tig makes a massive mistake somewhere. Then he's not winning this race. The gap just rises 3.4 seconds. Unless, like I said, unless Tig makes a massive mistake through these final corners, he's not winning it. But I don't think this is happening for Tsunami. I think this is happening from Tig. From 14th position, Tsunami, Tig is gonna win this race from 14th on the grid. Tig wins the US Grand Prix here in Austin, Texas. Tsunami finishes on P2, Ruggy P3. A good finish, considering the fact that his 3 last races have been absolutely terrible. Shaz is in 4th, McCluskey 5th, Ibrahim 6th, Tom 7th, Miho 8th, Jake 9th, Dragon rounds off the top 10, Peligua 11th, Marco disappointing 12th. The championship leader loses his championship lead. Tsunami massive points gap now from 9 points back to now being 9 points in front, I believe. For Tsunami, Ruggy as well gaining good amount of points on Marco. Of course, losing 3 positions to Tsunami, but it is what it is. It's still good what he got. Actually, Marco finished in P11. Peligua finishes in P12 in the end, Stunt in 14th, then Dark, Chris, Jameer, Mika, and Liam DNFs. And that is the Austin Grand Prix done. Tig, what a race from 14th on the grid, down in 18th on lap 2. Driver of the day is without a question, Tig. A few minutes, Lars. Few minutes. Just let me get this post-race talking done, okay? And yeah, Tig, of course, driver of the day. A bit close with the 3 seconds. Let's just say that, but still getting that W. Tsunami as well from 9th on the grid as well. Very good job from him. It would have been better, of course, winning, but hey, he overtakes Marco in the championship. 9 points back, 9 points in front now. So that's absolutely mint for Tsunami. I don't think he'll be angry at himself too much. Rocky third, gaining points. Podium sent Australia, so that's good. Shaz in 4th, good pace. Unfortunately with that 3 seconds. Lassie as well, 5th, good race. Ibrahim 6th, unlucky with that, that he got undercutted by his teammate and the others that were in the top 5. So yeah, then Tom, Dragon, Jake, Miho in the points. Marco, disappointing race. It could have been, for Marco, it could have been good race, but then he just, like, I don't know I want to know, did he actually lose it through there, or did he get spun by someone? I just refuse to believe that he actually spun there. Because that's not a common place to spin. That's a very unorthodox place to spin. I mean, I don't flipping know. I don't even know how, like, unorthodox means, but whatever. A very unusual place to spin. Oh, there we go. So yeah, now, Lars, it's the time to rate this. Oh, that fucking... From where did he even get this suit? Like, what the fuck? Did he actually buy it, rent it? What the fuck? I mean, with the cow suit, I of course saw it, but did he actually buy that or like rent it or something? Like, what? For fuck's sake, he actually bought this shit. Oh my god. For fuck's sake, don't tell me that there's more. Okay, let's see this. Aha. I mean, okay, it makes sense, I guess. I mean, it does look similar. I mean, yeah, it is very similar, the suit. So, okay. Okay, at least it's not some... The weak on his bed. Oh yeah, you can. Fucking hell, man. Reggie asked him to, Jesus. The gay couple, I guess, now. Nah. So, unless you, Lars, have anything else to send, any other things for me to rate in like in terms of the flipping suits from Shaz, then I'm gonna do the end talking. So, okay. So next week, um, as always, with every other week, is mystery round. So we will probably have the same flipping thing as last week. That uh, we we didn't know what the track was up until like what, like 5 minutes after the round was supposed to start. So that's cool. And so yeah, we shall see what the track is gonna be next week. Yeah. So see you next week on Sunday, of course, for the mystery round, whatever it is gonna be. Whatever it's gonna be. Ciao.